I hope you're ready for some great tarot readings. I'm Carly from Soundsight Studios, and today I am at Crew Eyewear on South Congress in Austin, Texas. We're bringing people in off the streets for complimentary tarot readings. So let's see what comes up in the cards for them. All right, so welcome to your reading.
Thank you.
Have you had a reading before?
Never.
Wow, this is going to be a new experience then.
Yes, it is.
I just love to introduce myself one more time. I'm Carly.
Lisa.
And where are you from, Lisa?
Gig Harbor, Washington.
And are you here visiting your daughter?
My daughter, who lives here, yes.
Beautiful. All right, do you want us to focus on a particular topic for our reading, Lisa?
Oh gosh, no, I'm open to anything.
Okay.
Unless you have one you recommend focusing on, since I've never done it, I don't know.
I recommend focusing on life overall,
Okay,
because that
perfect.
tends to, like, everything is intertwined.
Yes.
And so this will help change your perspective and how you're looking at your life. And so when you change your mindset, your perspective, you're going to impact every part of your life.
Great.
Okay, with all that said, you're welcome to cut the deck in two. And then let's take a deep breath to center. And mentally, we'll set the intention that we may see things as they are and not as we want them to be. You don't have to memorize this, but our layout is where you are now, what you could be less worried about and more focused on instead, an action to help you do that, and what you can trust within yourself.
Okay.
All right, I'll put that there. Are you ready, Lisa?
I am.
Okay, you can turn over the top card, the present moment. True to form, our Queen of Pentacles is a card about behaving in a motherly way. It's about being very nurturing to others, taking care of yourself and taking care of others. The character is doting on this pentacle, and pentacles represent the resources in the world around us. And so it's an encouragement right now to utilize what you have. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself first, and then enjoy that role of taking care of others. But I'm curious, how is your energy level around this? Are you worn out taking care of others?
Well, not really. I'm a school counselor and I have 2 children, and you know, I have had times where I'm worn out, but I preach and I try to take care of myself first, because if I don't feel good, I'm not a good nurturer. So I definitely do that every day.
Sounds like you identify with that role a lot.
A lot.
Okay, beautiful place to start. Let's keep going. We'll look at what you could be less worried about.
Okay. Am I telling you what I could be less worried about?
You get to turn it over.
Oh.
Emotional processing.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, maybe you do enough of that in the
Yes,
work.
I overprocess everything, of course.
That's probably how
Overanalyze.
you get to stay so healthy as well, is that you're constantly asking what's going on, how am I feeling, where it's coming from. Okay, so we'll come back to this, but let's compare it to where you could be putting your focus right now for your benefit. Being a badass bitch, Lisa.
Yeah, I can do that.
So our King of Swords is a card of someone who's very strategic. They're very good at communicating what needs to get done and delegating things, but they're also kind of cutthroat. They're the type of leader for whom the ends justify the means. And if your role asks you to be really sensitive and compassionate to everybody, maybe there's a part of you that is ready to come out and just be more direct and get things done and move faster. And I wonder if there's a way you could express that in your life that maybe isn't necessarily at work, but it does allow you to feel more like you're in command. You can just make things happen. Things can be black or white.
Yes, definitely.
Are you missing that right now? Like, or would that feel good to get to have that type of clarity?
Yeah, it would. And I think I'm getting better at it. But yeah, definitely has been getting better, and I'm still working on it, you know, since my divorce, and a lot of stuff like that where you just kind of go with the flow to keep the peace. And so yeah, I'm better, but that is definitely a goal, to even be even more clear. I'm very hypersensitive to people's feelings, and so sometimes I hold back a lot, as far as how I'm really feeling.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
So it's time to care less about what other people need from you or how
Uh-huh.
they feel, and for you to just establish where you are, what you think, and what you want.
Right. I agree.
I love this for you.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be wise to have places where you can practice this. Like maybe certain days where you don't bother smiling when you go to Target. Where like you don't have to be like super polite. Or times when you practice being really direct when you're negotiating something, I don't know, buying food or something like that. I don't know. But maybe you could find some safe ways to practice with this so
Right.
that you don't have to start right away by talking to your ex-husband and trying this
Oh
technique.
yeah, that doesn't happen. We're good there. Yeah.
Good. Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it definitely is that encouragement to get out of the emotional space, which is the cups, and into the intellectual space, represented by the swords.
Okay.
And here the character is kind of processing loss, but here the character is saying, this is what I want next, and making that clear plan and being ready to go after it.
Okay.
An action to help you be the King of Swords.
All right.
And we got more royalty on the thrones. Of 4 cards, you already have 3 kings or queens, which is statistically remarkable, right?
Really?
Yes. And to clarify, our kings and queens represent qualities of leadership. Queens lead by setting an example, so they might practice more than preach. Kings tell other people what to do, and they preach more than practice because they need to kind of stay in one place as they coordinate everything else around them. And that might be a role for you to move towards in your career and in your personal life. But a way to get there is our Queen of Wands, which is having more confidence in who you are. I call this the Cardi B card. She's a good time. She's also voted most likely to get in a bar fight. So the character is very self-assured. She has a lot of swagger. She has strong personality, and she doesn't care what people think about her. She does her. And she's entertaining. People are drawn to her because she has this enigmatic light. And maybe it's time that you have your own swagger and your own personality, and you get to play with that and enjoy that.
Yeah, I agree.
How long ago was your divorce?
Oh gosh, a long time ago, since 2006.
Okay. Do you feel like you've really found yourself in this new chapter?
Oh yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And do you have enough spare time in your life to go and play and explore who you
I
are?
do. I'm a school counselor, so I have summers off and spring break, which I'm on right now, and winter break at Christmas, and so yeah, I do a lot of me stuff.
Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, then let's look at what you can trust within yourself as you move forward.
Okay.
The Hermit.
That doesn't look good.
Historical note. Today, the word hermit refers to someone who's a shut-in, but when this deck was created back in the 1900s, it represented someone who was connected to nature and sought wisdom.
Oh, that's totally me.
Yes.
Totally.
So this is a reminder that you really don't fit in well with everyone else, and that's a delightful quality that you have. You're excellent at identifying where everyone's going, what the mainstream is, and then you're courageous enough to go off of that and do what's right for you. So this character is closing the laptop, her access to the everyday world, and this necklace that she carries has a lantern on it, kind of like a light, and it's guiding her where to go. So she's being guided by her own principles, her own questions, because she wants to find the answers that are right for her.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're working on anything now that's, a continuation of a story? Like, have you been out seeking to build skills, seeking to build knowledge?
What am I doing? You know what? I'm very selective in my friends. I have great friends and family, and I don't feel the need to settle for anything. So that is my mission since the divorce has been never settle. And my words of wisdom to my students, especially my females, is, you know what? Believe in yourself, have a good, strong career, and never settle. So that's my path.
Period.
Yep.
It sounds already like you are stepping into that role as the King of Swords, for you to deliver this guidance to your students.
I do.
And step into kind of mentor these younger girls and model that sense of strength and power and self-determination and will.
I definitely do.
Just be ready for when you have another challenge come at you, because they come at us all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You might show up with a whole new dynamic of your personality that is stronger and bolder than ever before. And that might be a joy of this chapter of your life. With all the lessons you've gone through, everything you've learned,
Right.
you're ready to put your own advice into practice because you've lived it, and now you're able to take it, a step even further.
Absolutely. I do think that is one of the only positives of aging is that you do start to think about those things. So that's absolutely correct, and that's how I feel. And yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, last question then. Do you feel like you'll wait until that opportunity comes to you, or is there something you've had in mind that you're ready to go after?
I have a few things I'm ready to go after, yes.
What's holding you back?
Nothing, just opportunity, and like I said, I'm not going to settle, so I'm very picky, and I'm open to, new male-female relationships. I have a ton of male friends, but I have not found anyone that I, want to hang out with, or, any more than just a friend. So yeah, I'm open to that, and that is one thing I want to try and open myself up to. I'm very independent, so it's hard to kind of let go, but yeah, that's one thing I'm working on.
It would be amazing to find someone that is respectful of
Right.
this power and strength and determination you have.
Yeah.
And you'll know it when you see it.
Exactly. And there's some out there, but it's not as many in my generation as yours or my daughter's, but
I guess you have to
there's
date younger.
some out there. Well, I don't know if I'm with that either. It's a lot of training going on there.
That's true.
Yeah.
That could be that could be a big investment.
But I am open to it, but it's not like a huge thing in my life either. So I think the thing with me is that I'm very happy, and I'm open to new things. So yeah,
Great. Excellent. Well, do you have any questions about what your cards represent?
No, I think this was really fun and interesting and right on.
Gorgeous. So, all right. So, Chandler, happy birthday!
Thank you.
Do we want this to be a birthday reading for the year? Or
Sure, yeah.
yeah?
Yeah. I'm an Aries, so I'm obsessed with it being my birthday and being an Aries. So,
Then let's help you celebrate it.
Yeah.
Loud and proud. Have you set any goals yet for the year?
No, not really. Not for this new year of my life.
All right.
I need to, though.
This can help with that.
Yeah.
All right, darling, you know the drill. You're welcome to cut the deck in two.
Okay.
Do you have your mom's name tattooed on you?
Yeah.
Oh, so cute. Okay, let's take a deep breath to center.
Okay.
And we'll set the intention that we may see things as they are and not as we want them to be.
Cool.
So we're going to look at how are you kicking off this year and what's a current theme? What could you leave behind in last year and embrace in this upcoming one? What action can help you do that if the going gets tough? And what can you trust within yourself that is eternal and is always there to support you?
Cool. Right on.
You ready?
Yeah.
You can turn over the top card. The Fool. So, optimism, being ready for a fresh start, being ready for new adventures. I know the last time we talked, I learned about how you had recently switched careers from being dedicated to being a chef to working at Crew.
Mm-hmm.
What new adventures do you have set for yourself this year?
I start a real estate, licensing class soon. So maybe real estate. I'm thinking about trying to get my master's in historical preservation because I just love old houses and old buildings and stuff. So that's what I'm thinking might be the move in the future.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. So there's more than one path you could go explore. And I love that with both of these, you know what you want at the end of it, and you're not letting yourself be too, like, overly concerned about what the challenges are. You trust that you'll figure out the challenge if the reward is worth the work.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
What you could be less worried about.
Okay.
Power and patriarchy.
Okay.
You've been dealing with it your whole life. Like, don't worry about it now. We'll come back to this concept to fit it into more context.
Okay.
But let's look at where you could put your focus.
Okay.
Showing your heart. Leading with joy, love, vulnerability, compassion, and letting that overflow.
Right on.
I know, last time we did a reading together, we talked about the different mentalities that are required in a kitchen and how toxic those situations can be. And that might be where you've been able to put up a fight when necessary, tap into your authority, and really use your power. But moving into these new areas, you may be able to learn how your love, your sweetness, softness could be a better asset. And you'll still have this, in your back pocket if you really need to give someone hell. But in the meantime, it's your love of historical preservation or something that will pull you through.
Right on.
I love this idea of starting in real estate and then moving into historical preservation. So you understand the whole buying and selling of a property and taxes, and then you understand the mechanics of the preservation.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that they can it would build a strong resume too, for a power, some kind of power position, maybe one that's not even a thing right now.
Yes, and you've already been thinking about that. You're already putting yourself in a position of power, just innately by doing the things you love. It's great, and think of all the contacts you'll make along the way too. You'll build out a network of people that are excellent at certain parts of every process. So anytime you need a consultant, or you need to refer somebody, you've got a Rolodex.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, an action to help you lead with your heart. Your mom got the same card. It was in a different position, but she also drew the King of Swords.
Right on.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like mother, like daughter is what that means. So what it means is use your words. Our King of Swords, the swords represent the intellect, the language, and your intelligence. So this king leads by telling other people what to do, not by doing all the work themselves. And you may think about stepping into more of a supervisor position and knowing how you would direct people to do the work that you care about when you build your own company. Maybe that's still quite a ways down the road, but maybe it's not that far. And if you've already thought about getting yourself in this power position, it's good to think about who would you want in what position of your company so that you can all harmoniously work together.
Cool.
And you must be you must be a great manager. You're a manager here, right?
I hope.
Yeah.
I try.
Should we bring in a third opinion
Yeah,
from one of the staff over there?
Maybe. Yeah, it was my birthday, so they'd have to be nice.
That's true. It would be biased. But I can bet, based on this, that you are very good at delegating what needs to be done. Very good at sharing plans, good at listening to people's feedback when they want to contribute their advice. So you're not one who's going to play small in this process.
Cool.
What to trust within yourself. You're great at multitasking. The Two of Pentacles is a card about juggling these different responsibilities and actually needing a variety of activities that are keeping your mind busy. Like if you tried to focus on just one thing, it might get really boring and you would just stop caring. But if you have enough things challenging you and taking your mind in multiple directions at one time, like within one day, then it keeps you entertained and interested. So one of the benefits of running your own company and kind of going off on this new adventure is that you're challenging yourself to constantly be learning new skills and keep up with everything that's happening. And I think that's actually helpful for your mind.
Yeah, I agree.
So what are your thoughts so far?
No, I just think it's interesting how they're all connected, and it totally makes sense, and it makes sense also with how I am ADHD, like autistic and ADD, like it like seems like it ties into that too.
Yeah. Is that a technique that you use already?
I don't know if I do it on purpose, but yeah, I certainly am like a very much like, I think I like to have a lot of things going at once, and I think I like thrive more so with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is your secret weapon. And that might be the importance of you being on your own adventure, being your own boss, is that you can create that working environment that actually suits you so well.
Yeah.
And then you can decide when you need things to settle down so that you can calm, and you can decide when you want multiple things happening because your brain feeds off of it. Because that pace might be hard to anticipate.
Yeah.
So this way you get to adjust it.
Cool.
You know, this reading was about the year, but it feels like we're talking about something much farther than 1 year.
Yeah.
So it will be really interesting to see how much progress you make, because now that you've already seen the position you want to be in. Now with our King of Swords, I think you're starting to carve out the plan and the strategy, and you're starting to identify like where everyone is going to fit in, or where your different skill sets are going to be beneficial, where you want to grow certain skill sets. So start writing it down, start fleshing out the vision, because it's really more a plan than just a vision. You have the vision already.
Yeah, I do need to do that. I've been thinking like how I need to like start documenting more things, whether that's in like pictures or writing down like goals and stuff.
Yeah. And when your brain is feeling like spaghetti and you have 50 ideas about about these two different paths merging together, having a list or having that vision board is a great mind map. You just throw it all down, and then once you have enough information, you can identify the categories, or you can identify the stages. And then you can just organize it as needed. So right now, this year, that Ace of Cups is like an encouragement to let that heart overflow. All the things that you're bursting with, the ideas, the desires, the dreams, get it out there.
Right on.
Then you'll organize it, and then you'll manifest it.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for reading with me.
Yeah, thank you. I love that.